Alright, in this demo we are going to have a look in the access right through roles and multi-tenant setup. So as you might see, you have always this option here to switch to some tenant. By default there is just base tenant, which is for every system the same. By default that's the only one. When you want to create more, you basically need to go to configuration center system tenants here. And as you can see, I don't have any, so let's create first one. We will call it tenant A. We shall assign it some profiles resources. So we will assign to tenant A the flow source for headquarter, and we do the same for tenant B that we assign the other flow source. So we say tenant B, assign it to source for the turn office, for instance. So now once we have two tenants, all the other configuration we need to perform in this tenant. So we will go to tenant A here, we switch to tenant A. And now, since we don't have any users, roles, or anything, so first of all, let's create a role, which we will say a admin. And this one is tenant administrator. So it will have access everywhere, full access into ADS administrator. We don't have IDS sources. So this way we have tenant administrator, which has access everywhere. Now we can have a user for access everywhere, but they will have for the dashboards to, they won't have write, they will have just, view and write permission on ADS, where they will have access to the source. And that's it. And we can create also a subtenant. So we can say there is going to be one subtenant. So subtenant A. We don't have any profiles yet, so I'm not going to assign them any profile like that. We first going to create them. So we have subtenant here, which will allow us to go to the subtenant configuration. But since we are in the tenant, first of all, let's go to dashboard and create dashboard. Let's use predefined one, which will be shared with a admin group, or we can share it with a user as well. So you can see this is limited just to what we have in the tenant. And we can go to the presets and deploy, let's say, the TLS profile, which is interesting to us. So we say, oh, okay, we need to create a user there as well. So let's do that. System. And because we have the role, but we don't have a user, so we call it admin a.com, admin a, admin admin. The same way we can create a user at a.com, user. So you will see at least the difference. So I'm creating some structure just to give you a brief idea. As you could see in the roles, we can define it. This one will be the same whether this is this multi-tenant or normal system. So we have created user and roles. We actually just need to start this again. So presets, proceed to install, TLS, continue to user. Oh, okay, so I need to refresh the site. one more time. I said we're going to do the TLS, sorry. Here you can change tenant here, so you can see that there are different tenants. So continue a admin, yes, that's fine. Continue to settings, all sources, create without recalculation, shadow is fine. Okay, perhaps let's just create another one. Let's create social networks, for instance. So we have two profiles, one we can assign to the subtenant. Profiles here are taking a bit longer because they are created all in the distributed architecture on the other collectors. So, but you can see the rest is quite fast. So this is done, and we can go again to right. We shall see the profiles. We are seeing, actually you can see just a single source in this tenant, which is fine. And then we can go to the configuration center and system tenants and assign the profiles of social network to this tenant. So when we go to monitoring center, you can see the difference, right? We are in the profiles. So let's go to the profiles. You see we have these profiles which are on the tenant A. If we switch to base tenant, he will see also all these profiles plus the others it created for itself, so DNS and others. Then there is a subtenant A, which will see only the social network. Okay, somehow I set up wrong profile because the all sources isn't visible here, so I will need to change that anyway. And if we switch to tenant B, you will see that all sources, and we just have the PS demo system sending us data, but it will allow us anyway to create profiles and everything. So this one is how you would set up it in the monitoring center. On the dashboard, it's pretty much the same. So you will see when I'm here on this dashboard, there is nothing. When I switch to tenant A, I will see the dashboard I have created, which is shared, the status, and I shall have here, okay, the one I created, interesting, it's not there. And in subtenant A, there will be nothing. And if I switch to base tenant, you will see, I will see again, whichever was shared upstairs, plus I have the extra one. So I see the status, which is shared from the tenant A, but as you can see, I'm not able to modify. So you can always visible or work with the items which were shared by the tenant which is below you, but you cannot modify them. You need to always modify it in the tenant which has created it. So you can see I can potentially hide it, but that's it. And if we go to ADS, there is actually nothing different. So if I'm on the base tenant and I go to ADS settings, I will see my configuration where I have inactive data feed. When I switch to the tenant A, I won't have actually any configuration there because I haven't done yet anything in this tenant configuration. Or I have it actually because this is the source I see. All right, that's a difference, but you can see, okay, I have this one, and you see I don't see any other channel. So I have the visibility into this one because it's shared pretty much between base tenant and tenant A. But if I switch to tenant B, I won't see. Oh, okay, I have here just the PS demo. So it's created automatically, but you can see it's not started. So I have the PS demo on the collector created as a default. So whenever I want to do any tenant configuration in ADS, I need to do it here. So you can see I have here filter LAN. I will create a filter. Let's call it tenant B filter. Just put here some address. So 1111. It doesn't really matter. Just to give you visibility how it works. So I have tenant B. I can go to tenant A and we will see that filter won't be there. So this application settings are always tenant dependent. And if we go to base tenant, as admin, we can switch between the different tenancies easily. We don't see it either because every tenant is here really independent. So this is pretty much it. Just think about it. That's what the multi-tenancy is like, having separate collectors, but there is just single one, so kind of virtualization where it works based on assigned privileges.